We came here to drink beer and shoot heretics, and I already drank all the beer, so time for a 40k battle report, Grey Knights versus Space Wolves. Welcome back, great to have you here. If this is your first time here, welcome, and here's what's up. If you want to improve your wargaming, make your tabletop battles more epic, and give your wargaming budget more power, then just smash the subscribe button and ding the bell. That way, you won't miss anything. Now I've got James here with his Space Wolves, and given that Grey Knights just came out, I figure, hey, let's give it a go with the Grey Knights and see if they will be the Decimators or the Decimated. So, now, let's have a quick look at the armies and jump straight into this battle report. Okay, so on the Grey Knights side, we have a Grandmaster in Nemesis Dreadknight. What you see is what you get. We have a 5-man Terminator squad. Also what you see is what you get. We have a Land Raider Redeemer. We have a Purgation squad with 4 Incinerators. And a Razorback with a Twin Heavy Bolter and Storm Bolter. Okay, so now let's check out the Space Wolves.
Okay, so I have my Thunderwolf Cavalry with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, obviously. My Grey Hunters there with, you know, standard Space Marines. My Wolf Priest, my Rune Priest, Snipers, and Bjorn the Fell-Handed.
Okay, so rolling off to see who's the attacker and the defender for our patrol. Well, I guess I get to be the attacker then. Cool, so Grey Knights are the attacker. So now the defender gets to set up 3 of their units inside their deployment zone. Okay, so the Space Wolves have set up the Grey Hunters over here in their corner, the Wolf Priests over in here, and the Snipers are hiding up in the ruin. Let's see how the Grey Knights set up. So the Grey Knights have set up over in their corner. We've got the Land Raider Redeemer here. We've got a squad of Terminators here, and a Grandmaster and Nemesis Dreadknight. That's it. Knew I'd get it out eventually. Okay, so now we roll off the first turn. Highest roll goes first. Looks like the Grey Knights get to go first. So now we're going to kick it into Grey Knights turn 1. Okay, so Grey Knights, turn 1. The Grey Knight Terminators are going to hop back into the Land Raider because they had to be set up on the board so I can set up them in it. So they're going to jump back into it. And then the Land Raider's going to move up 10. The Dreadknight, he's just going to move up his 8. So the Dreadknight's moving up 8. And that's all of my movement. Now to do some Psychic Powers is next, isn't it? I've been playing Necrons for so long that I forget about Psychic Powers. So all of my Psychic Powers are out of range, so that is the least Psychic Grey Knight turn ever. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I will.
So, given that nothing's in range and, well, everything sucks because I'm so far away, let's just advance everything, starting with the Land Raider. Advancing a further 5. Dreadknight's going to advance. 2. Well, at least he's not leaning precariously anymore. Don't worry, everything's out of range, nothing's getting shot. The Grey Knights are now out in the open, ready to get shot. So now, we're going to boogie on over into Space Wolves, turn 1. So, Space Wolves, turn 1. Is it going to be more eventful than Grey Knights, turn 1? Hopefully.
Move 6 inches.
Grey Hunters move up 6.
Wolf Priest is going to move 6 inches this way. The Scouts are going to go up a level. And that is it for my movement phase.
So, Psychic phase.
I don't have anything with Psychic on the board right now, so I don't have a Psychic phase.
So, Psychic phase just as eventful as the Grey Knights. So let's do some shooting. Do you have anything in range? The Grey Hunters into the Dreadknight, I'm presuming?
It's the only thing that's in range that I can shoot at.
So 16 shots from the Grey Hunters into the Dreadknight. Fire! Hitting on a 3+. So that's what, 13 out of 16? I mean, it's not quite Necron Tesla weapon standard, but no. Still. I'm toughness 6 against strength 4, so you're wounding on 5s.
Wow. Alright.
So wounding on 5s against the Dreadknight. Grandmaster thing. So 3 wounds. They're just standard bolt guns. So AP nothing. So 2 upper hammer. Hey, look, he's fine. So that's the end of Space Wolf's turn 1. So far, we've moved towards each other and yelled loudly. So let's see if anything funner happens in Grey Knight's turn 2. Grey Knight's turn 2. Let's see if something more exciting can happen this time. So the Dreadknight's going to move up 8. Land Raider's going to move across 10, following the Dreadknight. So the Razorback is going to come on right there, and it has the Purgation Squad in it, ready to purge some heretics. They're half animal. That's pretty heretical.
These ones aren't half animal.
Let's move into the psychic phase and see if they have any psychic powers in range. Okay, so are you within 12 inches yet? Is anything within 12? Is that over anything yet? I'm gonna trust you. Do I have him?
2 scouts.
Well, you know what that means.
Smited.
No, worse.
What?
Vortex of Doom! Alright, well, Vortex of Doom from the Dreadknight Grandmaster dude into the scouts up there. Warp charge value of 8. 7. So nope. In that case, I'm just going to smite you. Because he can do that as well.
Yes, he can do that as well.
And that's off. Because smite's 5 or 6. Either way, it's off. So that's 1 mortal wound to the scout, so that's 1 dead scout.
I'm going to take him from back here because he can't see anything, so he's...
Alright, let's move into the shooting phase and shoot some stuff. I know the scouts are within 12 and everything's out of 12, so I'm going to fire the heavy Incinerator, which has a range of 12 at the scouts, and the heavy Psycannon is going to get fired at the at the standard Space Marine. Ooh, at the Grey Hunters. So let's start with the heavy Incinerator. D6 auto hits from the heavy Incinerator at scouts. 1. So that's 3s to wound. It's a wound. And it's AP minus 1. But you get +1 for being in cover. So you just take your standard armor save. 4. What's their standard armor save? 4. So they're fine. No incineration. Then the heavy Psycannon at the Grey Hunters. Did I get it right that time?
Yes.
Hitting on 2s. Hitting on 2s or 3? Yeah, 2. Haven't taken any damage, so it's 2s. Wow. Wow. Okay, so that's 4 hits. And we are at strength 7 against toughness 4, so 3s. Are you going to say that's cocked?
It is cocked.
No. Arm saves at -1. And it's doing 2 damage, so anyone that has they're all single wound? Yep, so it's irrelevant. So standard saves at -1.
Save one of them.
So you saved 1, so that's 2 dead Grey Hunters. I'm going to shoot everything bar the Flamestorm cannons from the Land Raider Redeemer into the Grey Hunters. So let's start with the 12 shots from the Assault Cannon. Cool. So 12 shots from the Assault Cannon into the Grey Hunters. Hitting on 3s off memory. That is the most accurate spray and pray weapon ever. So strength 6. Again, so that's 3 up. So that's 5 wounds at -1. So that's 2 dead. So now the Storm Bolter out of rapid fire range. So just 2 shots. Both hit. 4s to wound. Both wound. And then standard saves. Another 2 dead. So now Multi-Melta, also into the Grey Hunters. It hits. Wounding on 2s. Strength 8 against toughness 4. Nothing. And then just for good measure, the Twin Heavy Bolter on the Razorback is firing at the Scouts. So hitting on 4s because it counts as moved. Having moved, and it's a heavy weapon. And strength 5 against toughness 4, so 3s to wound. 2 wounds. Standard armor save because they're in cover. They're fine. And there's nothing that's going to be able to assault you. So let's move into Space Wolves turn 2. Okay, so Space Wolves turn 2 now, or 3?
2.
2. Turn 2 now. So we've got some Space Wolves moving over here.
That'll be the end of my movement phase.
So you're going to roll to bring everything on. So rolling for the Rune Priest to come on. 3+, it's on.
We're going to go back here. Thunderwolf Cavalry. Comes on.
They're on.
And Yawn.
And Yawn. He's on. Yep. So now do you have any psychic powers to do?
Yes, I do. And I'm going to cast Tempest Wrath first.
Oh no, that sounds nearly as nasty as Vortex of Doom.
Yeah, well. Oh man, nothing's in range.
Oh, nothing's in range. Bummer. So, I definitely didn't plan that out to work exactly like that.
What's the range on Smite?
Smite's 18.
Well, my first psychic phase was a failure.
It was as exciting as my first psychic phase. So moving on to the Space Wolves shooting. The snipers are shooting at the Grandmaster.
So let's see how good these wolves.
This is definitely heresy. So that's 1 hit. Needs 5s to wound. 6s give mortal wounds. That's a 4, so that's nothing.
Nothing.
So 5 bolt guns from the Grey Hunters, presumably into the Grandmaster.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s. Well, there's 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. So nothing's in assault range.
Nope.
So let's go for Grey Knights turn 3. Okay, so Grey Knights turn 3. Okay, so the Dreadknight is going to move up 8.
Oh god.
The Land Raider Redeemer kind of just going to cruise up behind it, going around that thing. And the Razorback's going to move up his 12. So now for the Psychic phase, and I still only have 1 Psyker on the battlefield. What's going on?
And I can deny that.
You can deny that. Smite from the Grandmaster Dreadknight into your Rune Priest, was he?
Wolf Priest.
Wolf Priest. The Priest. We'll just call him the Priest.
The Priest.
So I need... It's either 5 or 6. As long as it's at least 6, it's off. Nope.
Snake Eyes.
And that's Perils, I do believe. Okay, so it's not off, and he's Perilsing. So D3 mortal wounds. So that's 1. 11 wounds left on the Dreadknight. So now, we're going to Vortex of Doom. Okay, so 8 or higher for Vortex of Doom from the Dreadknight at the Grey Hunters. That's 8. It's off. Just be glad I didn't roll 12, because then it would be D6.
I'm going to deny that with my Rune Priest.
Okay.
And Terminator up.
Okay. Tempting to deny it. Nope.
He doesn't.
Doesn't. Okay, so I checked the rules, and it has to target him, so it's done that now, and it's off, and it affects everyone else but not him, within 3 inches. So the Grey Hunters take D3 mortal wounds, so that's 2.
It's 2 of them dead.
It's 2 of them dead. And Yawn, was it?
Yawn.
Takes D3 mortal wounds. He takes 1.
So roll a d6 each time beyond the fell-handed loses a wound, and a roll of 5+, that wound is not lost. So what do you lose? 1 wound?
Yep, so Beyond gets to roll a d6 on a 5 up. He ignores it. 6, he ignores it.
The wounds.
Now moving into the shooting phase. The Flamestorm Cannon is going to fire at this guy. And the Heavy Psycannon is also going to fire at this guy. So let's start with the Heavy Incinerator. 2 shots.
It's on my Rune Priest.
Yep.
Rune Priest in Terminator armor is tough as 4.
So I'm wounding on 3s with strength 6. Strength 6, toughness 4, so wounding on 3s. It's 1. 8D minus 1. So take your 3 up arms. That's not my dyslexia playing. He's fine. And now the Heavy Psycannon into the Rune Priest. Did I get that right? So you're hitting on 2s. Also wounding on 3s. 3 up armor.
3 up armor is better.
He's
passes.
fine. Okay, so twin assault cannon at the Rune Priest. Go. Hit with 9.
That was hectic.
Strength 6, toughness 4, wounding on 3s. 3 up armor.
Doesn't need to use his invulnerable.
You pass all of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then, in that case, let's fire the Storm Bolter, which will kill
Yeah,
more wounds.
it'll kill him. You watch.
Both hit.
No.
1 wound. 1 2 up armor. Nope. You want to know what's coming at you next?
I'm guessing a whole lot of Terminators.
No, Multi-Melta.
Oh.
Terminators the next time. Multi-Melta hits. Strength 7, toughness 4, so 3s. It wounds. 4 up invulnerable save. 6, he's fine. Twin heavy bolt gun at the Rune Priest. Go. Wounding on 3s. At least it wounds. 3 up armor.
You watch. This will be the wound that gets through.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, no.
The Grandmaster is going to assault that guy.
Wolf Priest. It is a Storm Bolter.
And you get 4 shots because you're in rapid fire.
Let's do something.
That's nothing. Let's see how far I'm charging. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm quite confident that's it. So 5 attacks from the Dreadknight into the Wolf Priest. Hitting on 3s because it's a Nemesis Daemon Hammer. Daemon Great Hammer. Strength 12 against toughness 4, so that's 2s to wound. And that'd be wounded. 3 invulnerable saves.
Of 4+.
4 up invulns. Failed all of them, he's dead. Because I'm doing at least 3 damage per piece, he's dead. Alright, so he's just going to move up there. So Dreadknight consolidates up. Now for Space Wolves, turn 3. Okay, so Space Wolves, turn 3! Let's do some moving.
Let's move some stuff. So, Mr. Rune Priest over here can move 5 inches this way. In which the Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Thunderwolf Cavalry moving up. They're a bit faster.
Bjorn's
Bjorn just kind of shuffled back a little bit.
turned around and it's like you with your face. That is it for my movement phase.
Uh-huh. And you still have a Psyker on the battlefield.
So first, he's going to smite your Dreadknight.
Yep, so the Rune Priest is smiting Grandmaster Dreadius Knightius.
Here we go, let's see. First ever magic phase.
That's perils, but it's off. D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. Bumping him down to 9 wounds. And now, you suffer mortal wounds. So he injured himself more than I was able to injure him with an entire shooting phase.
Yes. You were. Next, he's going to cast Tempest Wrath.
Okay.
So it has a warp charge value of 6.
Yep. So you need 6 or higher. That's off.
Goes off.
No perils this time.
If manifested, pick an enemy unit within 18 of the Psyker. Your opponent must subtract 1 from any hit rolls they make for that unit until the start of your next fight. So I'm going to pick
the Land Raider Redeemer. So if the Land Raider Redeemer shoots at the Thunderwolf Cavalry until the next great Space Wolf Psychic phase, it subtracts 1. So in other words, I should shoot the stuff that has to roll to hit at anything other than that, and the Flamestorm cannons that don't roll to hit, I can shoot at the Thunderwolf Cavalry and they're fine.
Nothing else is out on the table yet. It's either a Dreadknight or a... Oh, I'll pick the Dreadknight then.
Okay, he's changed his mind to the Dreadknight. I'll allow it.
So, shooting!
So, Space Wolf shooting phase.
So, we're going to shoot Bjorn the Fell-Handed
Yep.
Hellfrost Cannon to start off with.
That sounds heretical.
So, it is going to shoot a focus beam, so it's heavy 1.
So Bjorn is shooting the Land Raider Redeemer with the Hellfrost Cannon, so hitting on 2s. It misses.
Oh.
Snipers at the Razorback. Go.
4 shots.
So that's 3 hits. Easy. Your strength 4, so you need 5s to wound. So that's 1 wound and a mortal wound.
Mortal wound.
Okay, so 3 up armor against the standard wound on the Razorback. It's fine, so it takes 1 mortal wound, putting it down to 9 wounds.
I'm going to shoot Thunderwolf Cavalry bolt guns into your Incinerator because...
Because why not?
Why not? They have bolt guns.
They don't have anything else to shoot at. So the Thunderwolf Cavalry
and the Rune Priest.
And the Rune Priest are shooting at the Redeemer with their bolters. Okay, so the green ones are the Rune Priest, so they hit on 2s. Everything else on 3s.
So I missed 2 bolt gun rounds.
Alright, that's pretty good. Now you need 6s to wound.
Well, that kind of sucks. But...
So 6s to wound. 3 wounds.
One of the Storm Bolters went through.
Okay. 2 up armor save.
Oh, roll 1. Yeah! 1 wound.
Knew that was going to happen. 15 wounds on the Land Raider Redeemer.
That is it for everything that can shoot.
So now onto the insult phase.
So my Thunderwolf Cavalry will be charging your Dreadknight.
Okay. I'm already in combat, so I can't overwatch you. Otherwise, I would. It's 2d6 charge. But they're gonna be in fairly effective.
Roll double ones.
They're in combat with easy.
Thunderwolf Cavalry are going to maul the thing. Thunderwolf Cavalry.
So Thunderwolf Cavalry against the
Tempest
Dreadknight
Hunters.
with Tempest Hunters hitting on 3s.
Mm-hmm. They get rerolls to hit in close combat because they're within
On 1s.
on 1. So one of those was a 2.
One of them was a 2. So reroll those 4 1s. And then their strength 8 because they double their strength. So I'm toughness 6. So you're working with 3s to wound. Okay. Then they're AP -3, were they?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm working with a 4 up invulnerable. Iron Halo for the win. 4 up invulnerable. So that's 4. So how much damage do they do?
3.
3, just straight up 3?
Straight up 3.
Well, he's dead then. So that's 12 wounds.
Thunderwolf Cavalry for the win! Save the Grey Hunters!
So Dreadknight's dead.
How many inches?
Actually, yeah, first unit to be entirely wiped out, I think. No, your Wolf Priest got killed, didn't he? Okay, so they've consolidated.
I've consolidated 3 inches towards your Land Raider Redeemer.
Yep, so now we're going to go into Grey Knight's turn 4. Okay, Grey Knight's turn 4. So, I lost my Dreadknight. That wasn't supposed to happen. That means I don't get to orbitally bombard you. Lame. Okay, so the Razorback's going to move up 12 to about there-ish. Terminators are going to hop out of the Land Raider. Terminators hop out of the Land Raider. That's it for my movement phase. Let's do some psychic shenanigans. So we're going to fire Smite from the Terminators at the Thunderwolf Cavalry and avenge the Grandmaster. And it's off. You're going to attempt to deny it.
I'm going to attempt
Of course, you need more than 9. Nope. So, now I do 1 mortal wound to you. So that's 1 down to 2 wounds. So now, I'm going to fire 4 Storm Bolters and Incinerator into them. Rapid firing the Storm Bolters. So, Storm Bolters firing at the puppy dogs. Hitting on 3s, that's a lot of 2s. So wounding on 5s against your toughness 5, sounds about right. 4 armor saves for you to take. So 3 up armor save, so that's 3, 4.
So
He's dead and another one's dead. No, he had 2 wounds left, so another one's down to 1 wound. And now the Incinerator. Auto hits, but D6 hits. 4. I'm strength 6 against your toughness 5, so wounding on 3s. So that's 3 wounds. 3 up invuln. Fail 1, so that's 1 dead. That's 2 down. So the entire Redeemer is going to fire into those Thunderwolf Cavalry. So 2 Flamestorm Cannons into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. 2d6 hits. So that's 9. Wounding on 3s. All wounds. 9 3 up invulnerables.
stable.
Almost. 1 fail, so that's 2 damage. Okay, so 12 from the Assault Cannon into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. All hit. Wounding on 3s. Not as good. Take that many armor saves at -1. So you're 3 up.
3 up involved.
3 up invulnerables.
Save every single one of them.
And if he's doing that wrong and he's lied to me, could someone please tell so in the comment section? It's 1. Well, that's none more down. Stormbolter into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. It's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1, 3 up armor. Nope, that's another wound. And the Multi-Melta. It misses. So Razorback shooting everything at the scouts. So Twin Heavy Bolter into the scouts. 2 hits because it moved. And then wounding on 3s. It's 1 wound at your standard armor save because you're in cover. 2, that's 1 dead. Whoa, we did something! Yay! Stormbolter into the scouts. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. It's 1 wound. Take 1 armor save at 3+. It's fine. Now I'm going to charge the Thunderwolf Cavalry. 3 bolt guns firing at Overwatch at the Dreadknight Terminators. Hitting on 6s. Not rerolling ones. That's nothing. So now let's see if I make it into combat. Come on. That's in combat. So just sort of roll them in. Grey Knights go first. Okay, so the green ones are the Force Swords, the white ones are the Halberds. Hitting on 3s. The swords are strength 4, the Halberds are strength 5. So the white ones wound on 4s, the greens on 5. So that's 4 AP minus lots, so take your 3 up saves. What? Okay, you get to fight back.
Sick.
This is bad.
This is very bad, actually.
Very bad. I should have charged the Land Raider in just for good measure. They all hit.
They all hit.
Wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s.
5 up invulnerables from Crux Terminators. So that's 3 got through. Just does 3 damage, so that's 3 dead. I'm going to take that one,
Wounds for this one.
So that's 3 dead Terminators. So I need to take a leadership test on the Terminators. If I roll a 6, I lose another 1. Nope, they're fine. So now, that's the end of Grey Knight's turn 4. Now for Space Wolves' turn 4. Okay, Space Wolves' turn 4. Let's get a crack-a-lackin'. So, movement.
Movement. With these bros, the remnants of my Grey Hunters.
The remnants of the Grey Hunters. Which, even after discussing it, we forgot to take morale checks on.
Well, yeah, they were. Onto the magic phase. A psychic phase.
Psychic phase.
First, I'm going to cast Smite upon your Land Raider.
Okay, do it. It's off with a 10. D6 mortal wounds because he rolled 10 for his psychic test. 4. Bam. It's down to 11 wounds.
Also going to cast Tempest Wrath, value of 6.
That's off.
Yeah, it's off. And I'm going to cast it against your Land Raider.
Yep.
The Thunderwolves, obviously. Moving on to the shooting.
3 snipers at the Land Raider. Let's do it. That's cocked. So that's what? 3 hits? So wounding on 6s, which also deals mortal wounds then. That's 1 mortal wound, and then 1 2-up armor save. It's fine.
Next, we're going to move on to Bjorn's Hellfrost Cannon.
Hellfrost Cannon.
Going to do a focus beam yet again.
It's 4. That hits. Strength 8, so 4s to wound against the Land Raider. That's a 6, that's a wound. Neg 4 to my armor, so a 6-up armor on the Land Raider. Nope. D6 damage, so that's 3. Puts me down to 7 wounds on the Land Raider.
Okay, so we have 1 Stormbolter and 1 Bolt Gun.
Blue ones are the Bolt Gun, white are Stormbolter. 5 hits, strength 4 against toughness 8. So wounding on 6s, that's nothing.
Might as well shoot this last Stormbolter. Your Land Raider once again.
So that's 3 hits.
3 hits.
6s to wound. 1 wound. 2-up armor. And it's saved! Yay! Close combat.
So, Thunderwolf Cavalry are in combat with your Termies.
Okay, so they get to attack first. and most likely kill them.
7 attacks.
7 attacks from the Thunderwolves at the last 2 Grey Knight Terminators.
Hitting it strength 8.
Hitting it strength 8. 5 hits, so then 2 plus to wound. It's all wound. 5 up invulnerable. Nothing. They're dead. And that is the end of Space Wolves turn 4. So we have time, so let's do Grey Knights turn 5. Okay, Grey Knights turn 5. So the Purgation Squad sets up. Land Raider's just going to kind of move. The Razorback's going to move. He's going to move up to there. Okay, this will get them close enough. So the Purgation Squad moved up. The Land Raider more or less stayed still, and the Razorback came over here, and then the Land Raider slid across. Then the Purgation Squad moved up. In that order.
So we played Tetris.
Yeah, I kind of played like parking lot Tetris. Okay, so let's start Psychic Phase. The Purgation Squad is going to smite the Thunderwolf. So Purgation Squad casting Smite on the Thunderwolf Cavalry. Nope. So moving on to the Shooting Phase, I have 4 Incinerators, which are going to fire at the Thunderwolf Cavalry from the Purgation Squad. So that's 8, 12. 12 auto hits on the Thunderwolf Cavalry, strength 6, toughness 5, so wounding on 3s. So you've got that many saves from your Storm Shields to take. Please fail a lot.
Easy done.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dead. 4 wounds.
That's
1 dead and 1 down to 1. Land Raider is opening fire on the Thunderwolf Cavalry, starting with the 2 Flamestorm Cannons. D6 hits each. 12! That's what we needed to see. So, wounding on 3s. And take your 3 up save from your Storm Shields. You filthy heretics. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 fails. And a flame, so that's 8 wounds it does, because it's dealing 2 wounds apiece. So the Thunderwolf Cavalry are finished. So we're now tied. 2 for 2. So now I'm going to open fire with, of course I didn't declare the rest of the weapons, so it's assumed they're all going to Thunderwolf, which they were because I didn't want to risk it, but then I rolled a 12. So the Razorback's going to fire at the last 2 Grey Hunters, so 6 heavy bolter shots at the Grey Hunters, hitting on 4s, 4 hits, wounding on 3s, 3 wounds. Take your 3 up armor save because you're in cover. They're fine. Storm Bolter. That's 3 hits. And 1 wound. Take 1 2 up save for being in cover.
Oh, you are. Here we go. Let's see the 1.
That's a 5. So that's the end of Grey Knight's turn 5. Okay, so now we've decided that we're out of time, so we're going to call it a draw. Good game.
Good game.
And so, what do you think? Thoughts? Let's try to get that light out of the way.
It was good fun.
Good fun?
I need to adjust my list just a little bit to deal with the insane amount of shooting and... yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna shoot you to death before you're getting close.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you need to adjust your list. I need to actually deep strike stuff and deploy more sensibly. And maybe charging the Thunderwolf Cavalry was a bad idea.
Yeah.
I should have gone for some of the lighter targets and just shot them, really. That would have been cleverer.
Always could do with some more Thunderwolf Cavalry.
That's
in my
true.
opinion.
Yeah, you should probably get more of them. They're nasty. Definitely get more of them. Okay, so let us know what you think in the comments section below. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that we know that you like it, so that we can keep making stuff that you like. And if you want to improve your wargaming, make your tabletop battles more epic, and give your wargaming budget more power, then just smash the crosshair and ding the bell. You'll subscribe and I'll be able to share with you more battle reports, terrain tutorials, and strategies to give your wargaming budget more epicness. And we'll see you next time.